you view it, a win-win situation?
I couldn't disagree more, and I would like to say that Kashmiris as a people have been claimed in the name of democracy and colonized in the name of development, by which I mean the fact that this is what kind of integration happens under the cover of the night, in the shadow of the gun, without any consent of the people, and unilateral revocation of a constitutional article by presidential decree. This has alienated Kashmiris across the board, and very rightly so. They have been put under complete shutdown, not for the first time, but again for a protracted amount of time. What this is an important chapter in the way in which the toxic kind of nationalism promoted by Modi-led BJP and its RSS backers is actually using religion, which is Hindu supremacism, often violently and coercively enforced upon minorities, combined with the hypocritical talk around gender, that on the one hand we want to liberate them and do this for the women of Kashmir, but on the other hand you have people fantasizing about marrying Kashmiri women who are fair. So there's all of that, and the reason this is being done is to deliver the idea of a Hindu nation to the supporters of this present regime, and also to kind of use this and also to kind of do a kind of economic resource land grab and resource grab by changing the demography and economy with no consent of the Kashmiris themselves.
You're talking about sort of ethnic cleansing there, aren't you, with regards to religion and what you see as a big change. I mean, Trupti, one thing we can say is it is on lockdown at the moment. The internet isn't running, phone lines aren't running. You say it's a big step forward with progress, but that isn't normally how progress looks, is it?
Yeah, let me just remind you. When we had Manchester bombing, yeah, if you look at the analogy, then we had military in. The Northern Ireland was practically in that situation. See, when you have a situation where there is, remember that the 68% of Muslims in the state of Kashmir. In 1948, the Ladakh people in Leh Ladakh and Dogras, all the other Gurjars, Bakrewals, they are all minorities in there, yeah? So 68% of Muslims, rest are minorities. Now, in 1948, the Ladakh people demanded that they want to go with the India, with the Union territory, and it's taken them all this time. Now, when in 1954, when this Article 370 was brought in, it was brought in by Jawaharlal Nehru, and it was done with the presidential decree. It did not go to any houses. Yeah,
but what about today?
But this
I've
time,
asked you about a blackout,
yeah,
a
but
curfew.
this time,
this is, you know, to compare it to the Manchester bombing.
Okay.
Is that analogous in any way?
No, this time it has gone to the houses, it's gone to the upper house where the BJP hasn't got the majority, and all the other parties, including the Muslims in other parties, have supported this move, and then it went to the Lok Sabha, and they supported that, and that's how it has been taken out. Now, when you look at it for 70 years, if it was wonderful, then why are the people in Kashmir not progressed? Why are they stayed as they are, you know?
Let's let Nitasha respond to this.
Says who? The indicators for Jammu and Kashmir, even today, are better than the indicators for Gujarat. The kind of absolute destitution and poverty that you see in India, you don't see on the streets of Kashmir. So this is all an illusion, and she hasn't answered the whole question about the lockdown and the deprivation of rights of the population that have been living with emergency powers legislation for decades now, for over 2.5 decades. As for the people of Ladakh, I would like to add that there have been hartals, which is to say strikes, in Ladakh with solidarity with the people of Kashmir itself. So this narrative that is being put about, that this somehow is about divide and rule, it isn't. The Kashmiris realize what is happening to them, and this is a major change of constitutional, legal and their political status, which has been undertaken without any consultation whatsoever.
Nitasha, Trupti, thank you for your time. That's all we have time for.